You, we back at it like we never left, baby.
What's going on? It's your boy Canary Balance.
It's Slizzy, Slyce,
and we are The Process.
Yes, sir. We back at it, man. It's been a crazy, crazy journey. Ever since we started this whole process thing, it's been a real process.
For real.
A lot of things going on in life and everything we doing. Yo, the first thing we gotta talk about is this damn fight.
Canelo versus Triple G. Now, regardless of who you guys were voting for or who y'all rooting for, whatever, came down to a draw. Feeling like Triple G got robbed on that.
He got robbed for real. He definitely got robbed. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how unbiased I am on this. I was in the spot. It was lit, crazy. I was in there with my Mexico shirt on. And you know, if you repping the Mexico shirt, you like, okay, he a Canelo fan.
Right.
I'm not a fan of either. I just wanted to see a good fight. But you know, Mexico, the home team. Shout out to all the family in Mexico.
Right.
But I'm like, man, all right. Canelo gonna do his thing. Triple G gonna put up a good fight. I'm thinking maybe Canelo gonna edge him out. That was not the case at all.
A lot of showboating on Canelo's side. You could tell he learned a lot from Floyd. He was playing around a lot in the ring. Definitely fast, but just not as fast as Floyd. So he was catching a lot of body shots, a lot of face shots.
Yeah, you see, people gotta learn. Is a thin line between being great and being cocky. For real, because he was one shot away from hitting the canvas. I felt like he was one body shot, like got hit in the gut, and he was gonna fall out or something.
Because Triple G was giving him the business.
Yeah, Triple G was hungry. Triple G to me is like a new artist that really want this.
Right.
That's how I feel. If you have to make the comparison, what we do and what they do, he's like a new hungry artist. That's what I feel like.
Because he definitely wasn't playing around with Canelo at all.
No.
Like, Canelo was in there to play around and showboat and entertain the fans. Triple G was going for blood.
Yeah, definitely want to know what y'all think about that. If you watch the fight, or don't just tell me what you saw off the highlight. I saw this dude told me, it was like, yo, I think Canelo probably won. Like, did you watch the fight? No. Watch the highlights.
Right.
Like, nah, dude.
You had to be there to see that all 12 rounds.
Yeah, yeah. And it was a great fight. Like, I would sit down and watch it again.
Right.
I would definitely sit down and watch that again. So that was really dope. Shout out to Triple G and Canelo, because they did put on the show, and it was you know, it was legit.
But Triple G, you got robbed, man. We're on your side. It wasn't a draw. You won.
Yeah, you definitely won that. But like the dude said, rematch. We set up for the rematch. So you know, we don't know what y'all think.
Yeah, hit us in the comments. Let us know.
Definitely. What else we got going on?
So one of the things that's been on my mind, like, you know, me and the guys, we always go back and forth on this top 5 thing. They get mad at me. They hate my top 5 because I throw motherfuckers in it sometimes just because of
Huss, where you at?
how I feel about them. But my thing is, what do you count in your top 5? What makes you put someone in your top 5? Is it just strictly lyrics? Is it what they accomplish? What they can do in music? Like, what?
It's tough. It's really tough because, and this is not, we're not trying to keep harping on this subject, but this is a touchy subject because everybody's judging it different. Like, when I see like MTV or somebody else's poll on the top 5, I'm like, what are they basing this off of?
Right.
It drives me nuts.
Right.
Like, so it's like preferences, you know. What it could be mood, it could be preference. I feel like, because sometimes, you know, I might throw on before I throw on my top 5, I might throw on 50. I might just be in the mood to hit 50.
Right.
Or if I'm driving, usually I'm in the mood to hit Jeezy. So it really just depends for me on, like, I know my all-time up until, like, I can't say all-time, but like my main top 5, but like we basing it on mood, that's real iffy. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know what I always get killed for? I always get killed because Biggie's not in my top 5. Still not in my top 5. Might not be in my top 10.
Oh!
But this is the thing. This is what I'm putting. This is what I'm counting. Like, his whole messaging, like some of the things he said, me being a fully grown adult and understanding what he's saying in his lyrics, I'd be like, I don't like what you're saying. in your songs now.
Do you think? Okay, and this goes back to how we were saying, like, people from different parts of the country is kind of biased on this and that, right?
Yeah.
So
for sure.
like we were saying earlier, like my whole top 5 is from New York, because that's where I'm born.
And my top 5 is all over. I got Kanye from Chicago. I got Andre from down here. Tupac from the West Coast.
It's preference. Me, the thing for me that I always look for is lyrics first, because what you're talking about is the most important thing to me. You know, it's good to have hits. That's important too.
Right. See, I even count the hits though, of like, cause this is the thing. People always want to count motherfuckers out for like having like a whole bunch of hits and being pop, but that's hard to do. Like, not everybody can just go in the booth, get a beat, make a song, and then like 5 million people like it.
True.
Some people will go in the booth and they'll rap and only like a couple 100,000 people like the song, but they'll get thrown into the top 5 like, yo, that's the most lyrical miracle guy ever around that we ever heard.
Then there's people that you probably never heard of just killing some of these guys, and you think they just killing some of the guys that's in your top 5 right now.
Bro, someone I could even say, even if we go with lyrics, like, no one really had lyrics like Cassidy or Pat Poos, even like Kendrick today. Like, those are really lyrical guys that really kill like most of people's top 5 lists.
And it's like, and even we can even break it down even further. When we go with lyrics, like, see, for me, it's a combination. You gotta have. Goes back to the debate we had at the fight. We were talking about, this was the debate at the fight. We were talking about 2 things. First, for lyrics, we were talking about T.I. versus Wayne. And the point that I made was, I felt like
it depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation. Like, I think Hustle said, shout out to Hus. Hustle said that if it was a cipher, who are we checking for?
We're waiting for Wayne.
We're waiting for Wayne over T.I. We're not waiting to hear what T.I. got to say in the cipher. We're waiting to hear what Wayne got to say.
Right, for sure. And I agree with that.
And it's like, because Wayne is a character.
And my point was, if they say that, yo, we're dropping a song on this day, and it's the same day, I'm waiting to see what T.I. has as his new song over Wayne.
So it's preference. And then this was the huge debate. I want to know, somebody comment on this. I want to know your opinion. I know my opinion. I know his opinion. We said, who has the better delivery? Busta Rhymes. I said, no. Who has a better delivery than Busta Rhymes? And what did you say?
Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott. Now, I was shocked. There are a lot of people that feel that way. A lot of people that feel. I was
definitely
shocked.
Feel Missy is the better deliverer.
I personally don't, but I do respect Missy, because Missy's crazy dope.
Amazing.
I just feel like Busta Rhymes.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's not like it's a long shot at all. It's definitely a close call. That also boils down to that whole preference thing. If you like that whole East Coast sound, you're definitely gonna go with Busta. Obviously, I would expect you to if you're from the East Coast. But if you're not, you don't have that East Coast bias, I feel like people would lean more towards Missy.
Yeah, so I know you said we were at the fight. You said that we're talking about who has a better delivery, top 5 delivery, and I mentioned Busta Rhymes. And we got into this debate: who has a better delivery than Busta Rhymes? And you said
Missy Elliott.
And me and Hustle looked at each other, and Hustle was about to cry. Shout out to Hus.
Hustle was hella mad at me, man. I think he was about to throw a bottle at me.
Yeah, that Corona was about to fly. Yeah, so what I wanted to know was, based on, is it a particular song, or what is it that you give Missy the edge over Busta Rhymes?
See, I can't break it down to song, because she just had too many to like pick a favorite out of her. But my thing was like putting their best CDs to me up against each other. My favorite CD from Missy was Under Construction, and my favorite CD from Busta Rhymes was Genesis. But I feel like if I compare those two, I'll always go with Under Construction.
Now, see, I could see when you say it's hard. It's hard for me to say Missy's better than Buster, even though I respect Missy to the T. She's super dope. But I don't know. I just feel like it's just tough. I just can't, man. It's tough for me. I think Missy is super dope. But when you put, if we would put a beat on right now, any beat, and it was just stupid beat.
Right.
You think Missy would kill it versus Busta Rhymes?
I do. I really do feel like that.
Now, I think Missy has very dope artistry that not too many people in the industry can match.
She was just doing something. When she came out, I mean, and Busta did too, but when she came out, I had never seen a female do what she was doing in music. And then take into account all the people that she wrote for. She was writing for Aaliyah. She was writing for Tweet. Like, these are things that I'm thinking about when it comes to Missy. Like,
well, see, I feel like that comes into artistry, more artistry than delivery. If you want to think of like overall, like if you were to imagine like on NBA 2K and shit,
right?
Who got 86 and who got 90? You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I was saying. It's a really close call. Like they're both so great because Busta Rhymes has so many songs that like you could throw on today and you'll still jam to it, still rock out to it if you're into that sound. Right. But I just feel like Missy overall she packed a harder punch at the end of the day.
Hey, at the end of the day, like you said, they both great. Speaking of great, if you out there, you're watching this, you need to be great. Go check out BeGreatClothing.com. Have to throw that plug in there.
Plug it in?
Plug it in. So, speaking of being great, right? You showed me a video from a young man.
XXXTentacion.
I didn't follow him before. No disrespect, I just didn't follow him before until I saw the video he showed me. What's the name? You know the name of the video?
What was it?
It was his new video. Whatever the newest video he got out.
Right.
It was very dope. I was not expecting it because the beginning came on like it was gonna be some wild, you know,
some party,
just some reckless stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it was good. Don't get me wrong. But it's you know, I'm more so listening to stuff that with a message. You know, whatever. I listen to everything. So after like a minute and 10 seconds of the video, the joint just switched and went completely Kendrick Lamar-ish message, super Dr. King purpose. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very surprisingly dope. And
it showed a good range out of him, and I'm actually glad to see some of the younger artists start going towards that conscious side of music, rather than just being ignorant.
I would like to see more artists stretch themselves to actually talk about something to make a change.
A lot of people feel like, you know, with this whole race thing going on, some people were mad at him because he has a part of the video where he's
very touchy.
Yeah, very touchy, where he puts a noose around a young white child and hangs them in front of a black child. But like the messaging behind that was very powerful, like the statement behind it.
It was crazy. I could honestly say that video, it was deep. It had all aspects. Like now I'm gonna be looking for him. See, if I wouldn't have seen that video, I wouldn't have been looking for him. But just for me watching this in that quick minute to a couple minutes, he made me a follower just like that. Not a follower, but you know what I'm saying, checking for him, looking for him. So, you know, shout out to Triple X. Keep doing your thing, young gun. Looking
Definitely
for you.
On the radar. And good luck with the case coming up. He got a case coming up that is also very touchy, but
yeah, man, what you got going on?
Right now, still pushing the single So Vain. You can check it out. YouTube, Spotify, Canary Balance, So Vain.
Yes, sir. And when I say, that's a good point we should talk about. Artists, push your singles. Please push your singles. A lot of artists, they just throw a ton of music out there
and just wait till something hits
and think somebody gonna find it. It's not gonna happen. You gotta push your singles. I will still push The Sorrow. I will still push Pay Me. The next 5 months from now, it's very important, because if you don't have that fan base and you're trying to create a fan base and you're releasing music, you gotta understand you're releasing it to nobody.
And also understand like the methods of making music. Like I see a lot of artists, like they just want to be like, yo, I'm making albums, and it's like, but who's checking for the albums right now?
And
like,
is it a complete album?
You have like maybe 5 people in your circle that rock with you, but you're giving out all this music up front that nobody's looking for.
Value yourself, man.
So you gotta, you gotta throw out these EPs, you gotta throw out these mixtapes first, instead of like throwing out a full project that you spent like maybe a year working on that nobody cares that you made it at this point.
Exactly. Artists and connect, man. It's so many artists out here, especially in Atlanta and the A where we at right now. It's so many artists connect, man. It's very important to network and connect, and it's very, very, very important. I think artists do it, but they don't do it enough.
Not enough.
Everybody,
or they be hella cocky about it.
Yeah. Definitely connect. It's very important because we all we got. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't know who's gonna be who. People blow up every day, catch a buzz every day. If you shit it on them at some point, they are not gonna care about your way when you come back. Like, yo, we from the same city. You're like, yo, go eat a dick. That's really what you're gonna get. That's just being honest. Sorry to be blunt.
And everybody else out there who's not an artist, support. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the world raps.
Please support.
There's few
support
artists.
Your locals.
Support the artists. Everybody think they can rap. Support the artists. Artists. Please.
Understand what he said. Support the artists.
It's very different.
There's rappers, there's artists.
Very different. There's a million people in the street corner can spit a hot 16, but there's very few that can make a song.
Very true. Very true.
Check me out, www.slycemusic.org. Check me out in the Ignite Urban contest, igniteurban.com. Go to the leaderboard. Vote. National contest, sponsored by Red Stripe, Nelly. We on Challenge 4. I'm getting all the arrangements together for Challenge 4 to do the Facebook Live event. It's gonna be crazy. I'm performing. I'm doing a whole performance all on Facebook Live for Challenge number 4. I'm number 3 in the country right now. Trying to push for number 1. Not trying. I'm going to push for number 1. After this next challenge, the top 10 artists are being flown to California and Miami, where we're gonna work with some extraordinary people and do some extraordinary things. So follow the journey, follow the process. Shout out to the Loud Republic. We repping
Loud Republic.
Loud Republic. If you don't know what it is, you're gonna find out soon. It's an elite group of people doing dope things. With that said, anything else you want to say?
Follow me on Instagram, Canary_Balance. Follow the Loud Republic at the Loud Republic on Instagram.
Twitter, everywhere. Follow me on Instagram at Slyce SLYCE official page. Same thing on Facebook and on Twitter is SLYC3 Music. Follow the boy Hustle. You can follow him on any of our pages. He's there, he's everywhere. Shout out to Hush. Shout out to you for tuning in. This is the process, Lord.
And God loves you. And I love you too.